Okay, so let's just begin with just embracing the fact that we can do this from different places in the world, wherever we are tuning in from. It is the miracle of Zoom and the kind of backwards miracle of this year about coronavirus and all of the chaos that is our life, right? But also the beauty of intentional practice. And my intention, my deepest intention for bringing this space to all of you today was really being aware of, just the astrology, but also how much focus all of us have to the computer and Instagram and social media. So just as much as like there's a positive and we get to connect with each other, there's also this like perpetual like hamster wheel vibration that happens there, and it can really spin us out. And my intention is just to create like a buffer so that we can come back into ourselves and like really drop in. I felt like it was really needed on a collective, and so this is my little morsel of attuning to that vibration. So let's begin by closing our eyes. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And for all of us who are connecting to us at different times in your homes, all the people who are going to watch this on replay, thank you for joining us. There's no space and time, so everything is connected, and we can just be in our own beings, our blood, our bone, our being, our bodies. And the way that we connect with our body is our inhales and our exhales. So let's just take a moment to root down your tailbone into the earth. And on your inhale, lengthen your spine. And on your exhale, soften your shoulders. And then just keep allowing this very rhythmic breath from the base of the body all the way to the crown of the head. You're going to hear me say that a lot. So really tracing the entire spine with the breath. So inhale, long, slow, and deep. And then exhale and ground down deep. We're going to do that a few times. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Two more times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now just allow your breath to be soft. On every exhale, imagine that all that is no longer needed from your energy field in your body goes down deep into the earth. So big, huge inhale. And then on an exhale, an audible sigh. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big, rich inhale. Exhale. Good. Last juicy inhale here. Letting go of all expectations of your body, of throughout the practice, that's totally okay. In fact, I honor this if this can be emotional releasing for you completely. We're going to start in child's pose. So the front of the body is going to face the mat, knees come out wide. I'm going to do my best to instruct this pose, but I'm going to have to also speak to you. And if I put my face down on the earth, then you won't hear me as well. So bring your arms out in front of you. Good, yeah. So I'll walk with you. If I sound a bit muffled, please forgive me. Your arms out in front of you, but your tailbone wants to be on top. So your butt wants to sit on your heels as much as it can. Yeah, good, Andre. So widen the feet a little, widen the knees even more. Good. Sit your tailbone onto your heels. And then from here, inhale and crawl your arms forward. Reach your hands forward. And feel the third eye. Good. Yeah, get settled. Beautiful. And if it doesn't feel comfortable to reach your hands out all the way, you can bring the palms of your hands kind of cross like a pillow, and your third eye and forehead can rest on the hands. So it really just depends on what your upper back feels. And then I want you to imagine that I'm there with you right now, and that my hands are on the base of your sacrum. And as you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, imagine my hands pushing down the tailbone and the hips and grounding you into the earth. And then continue to breathe deep here. And feel the third eye on the mat. And imagine for a moment that the third eye is always focusing outward. It's just always projected forward. Your focus and your awareness is always seeking something. And so I invite you now to turn that in and see if you can shift your focus to the inner eye, to the pituitary and the pineal gland and the base, in the brain, in the center of the brain. And then just rock gently on your third eye. Rock your head from side to side, massaging the third eye. And if your arms want to move a little bit forward and crawl forward, that's okay. And then just really feel like a wash and a reset of that third eye, and imagine it tuning inward to the innermost spot of your brain and your being. And I invite you to keep your focus just in that space. Like really allow that inward reflection. And so allow this time to be an inner reflection, a temple of this inner space. Now gently walk your hands over to the right, which is going to stretch the left side of the body. So the left hip pulls back. Beautiful, good. And get a really good stretch, reaching the left arm a little bit more forward. Deep breathing here. And exhale. Feel your weight more into the hips. Good, take one more breath here. And then gently walk your hands over to the opposite side. Stretch the right. Be slow with your movements. Be deliberate. Beautiful. Crawling the right hand forward now, stretching to that opposite side. Drawing the hips back. And then coming back to center. We're going to come now, walking yourself out of child's pose into a low cobra, so flat onto the belly. However you want to get there, it doesn't have to be glamorous. Just rolling onto the belly. And now the cobra position, your hands are underneath the shoulders. Elbows squeeze and hug into the back of the body. Your whole entire, your legs are like your cobra tail and the pelvis is on the ground. You're going to inhale and roll the shoulders back and lift the head and neck and chest just a tiny bit. Hug the arms into the body. Inhale. See if you can come up a little tiny bit more. And then exhale and allow yourself to come all the way down, head to the floor. And we're going to do that 2 more times. And on an inhale, we're going to lift, cobra pose, pressing the hands a little bit more. Weight. Beautiful, you guys. Deep breath. And then exhale all the way down. Good. On this one, we can come a little higher so you can put more weight into the hands. If you'd like, roll the shoulders back, press. Inhale, lift. Good. And then exhale all the way back down. Now I want you to bring your arms back a little bit by your lower ribs. So we're going to come into like the most lazy upward dog that you've ever done. You can leave your pelvis on the ground and then just inhale and just be like, I am so lazy. My upward dog is so open. It's really for the heart. So imagine the heart to come forward as much as you want. You can tilt the chin up and the head back if that feels good to you. And then down, and we'll do that 2 more times as well. So just really allowing the entire spine to just open, feeling the heart now, exposing the heart forward and then coming back down. And then last one, inhale. And then from here, we're going to slide back. So our knees are on the earth, tailbone comes up, and we're coming into puppy pose. So you're going to stack your hips on top of your knees, right? Tabletop position, it's a good start. And then walk your hands forward so that your heart melts down, but your tail is up in the air. And there's a long line of energy from the base of your tail to the top of your head. Third eye back on the floor. Beautiful. Deep breath here. Inhale long. Exhale. Pay attention to the energy of your heart in this pose. Imagine there's this gateway, this portal underneath you in the earth, and the heart energy is just pouring right out into the earth, being received. All of the negative, perhaps, all of the positive, it's all just a wash coming down deep into the earth as you feel that place right in the back of your heart chakra, right back between the shoulder blades. And you feel that opening, softening, and letting go of any grief, any tension. One more breath right here. Deep breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. As you're ready, walk yourself back up. So we're going a bit fast. We're going to take it a little bit slower as we come onto our backs. So I just wanted to get your hearts activated and warmed up as you come all the way onto your backs now. So knees into the chest. And from here, just rock side to side. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. This pose is called Happy Baby. So allow your legs to come up and your feet to grab the outer edges of your hands to grab the outer edges of your feet rather. Good. And then your knees come out wide and the knees come down by the ribs. Now you want your tailbone as much as you can to anchor down into the earth. And here's another place where your spine from the base of the body, the base of the tail, and the top of the head are this long, beautiful line of energy. And so what we're going to do is we're going to breathe up the spine. This is actually a Kriya that I learned where you breathe up the spine and you breathe down. And you can also mix like cool air up, like warm down. So as you choose, you just inhale and then exhale. grounding you here. Inhale. And exhale. Noticing that this is a vulnerable position. You are open and exposed to the sky. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. Good. Bring your left foot down to the earth. Hug the right foot. Keep it as it is. So you're in half happy baby. Take one breath here. And then we're going to cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, coming into sleeping pigeon. So you're in a figure 4 shape with the legs. Flex the right foot. Lift the left leg up. Good. If this is your pose, you can just stay here. If you want more, you can reach your arms through and grab the outside and the inside of the left leg. You can pause here. This might be enough. Again, keep the right foot flexed. Let the left foot just relax. Take a deep breath here. And on your exhale, see if you can hug in the left leg a little bit more. You can even bring your right elbow to the inside of the right thigh and push it away at the same time that you draw in the left leg, and just pause and be here. And so I want to share a bit about yin yoga. Some of you may have practiced this before, and some of you may never have practiced it. So yin yoga works with the fascia of the body, meaning the connective tissue. It's not muscular. In order to work with the fascia of the body, we need to hold the poses. So for those of you who didn't know that we're holding the poses, this is my time to tell you that that's what we're doing. They'll just be like 3-minute holds for each posture. And the intention is softening. So where are you? Scan your body right now. Where are you holding tension? Is it in your jaw, your shoulders, maybe your hips? Take a deep breath here. And then see if you can melt that a bit more. And soften the shoulders, soften the jaw, the hips, even the grip of the hands. And just be present to what you're noticing in the right hip. Is it speaking to you? Is there a dull sensation? Is it hard? Is it kind of numb? And just really let yourself attune to whatever's going on. And then on the next inhale deep. And then on your exhale, draw in the left knee a little bit closer. Whew, and that might be your maximum pose. And that's okay. You just hold that there. Just a few more moments, softening the left foot. Keep that right foot flexed. It protects the knee. Good. A few more deep, conscious breaths right where you are. Feeling the back of the body on the earth. Good. Last inhale here. And then exhale, release the grip of the hands. Slide the right leg over fully the left so you're crossed. So one knee on top of knee. And then hug it in. Yeah. Beautiful. Eileen, did you do the sleeping pigeon on the first side, or did you have the... Are you good? Okay. Beautiful. So as your knees are crossed into the chest, this pose is called Gomukhasana. We're going to get really friendly with this pose, and you guys are going to love it. You might hate it at the beginning, but you're going to love it. I promise, at the end, when you feel the juiciness and the suppleness in your hips. So this pose gets intensified the more you take your feet out from the midline of the body. So if you can grab your ankles or the bottoms of your feet, go ahead and do that. And then see if you can widen them away from the midline of the body. So take a deep breath and like bring them a little bit outside, like wide, like apart from each other. And then as you do that, draw the knees in a little bit more, and then you may meet that edge. And I want you to breathe into the edge, because just like all edges and boundaries, they're a little bit malleable. So if you breathe into them, you can maybe allow them to go a little bit further, push it a little bit more. Deep breath here. And then see if you can widen a little bit more and bring it in a little bit deeper. Good. And just holding this pose here. Closing your eyes. Again, feeling the base of the tailbone to the crown of the head and breathing up and down the spine, the central column. Good. Just a few more breaths right here. And see if you can allow your exhale to soften you and melt you into the pose a little bit more. And then gently and slowly unwind the legs. Reach your legs into the sky and just kind of bicycle them a little bit, like get weird with it, like oh, shake out your legs. And then bring your feet, oh I love it, you guys are so enthusiastic, I love it so much. And then bring your feet down to the mat, the earth, and windshield wiper the knees. So you want your feet wide for this, so as wide as your mat. And then bring the knees to the right and the knees to the left. And you will feel a juicy opening and we've only done one side. We're just at the beginning. So now we're going to start in sleeping pigeon. So left ankle crosses over the right knee. And we're going to allow ourselves to hug in that right leg. Allow the left foot to soften. The left foot to flex, the right foot to soften. And then see if you can press a little bit away with the left elbow and just be here. You know what to do now. And so since you're a little bit more comfortable in the pose, in the sleeping pigeon posture, just follow your own rhythm of breath and remember that gravity and time, the more time that we're in anything, right, the more we get to surrender to that thing. And so your body is the same. So as you deeply breathe in, on your exhale, you will notice that you've created a little bit more space for you to move into. This is also a really good pose to bring your chin down to your chest and lengthen the back of the neck. Yeah, allow yourself to be really soft and still and just breathe. We're going to be together here for just a couple more minutes rather. Good. Just allowing yourself to feel the base, the tail, crown of the head. Drop in and breathe. Unwind the leg or the hands, unwind the hands and cross now the leg over leg and hug the knees in. And now you know what to do. Adjust the base of the body, the hips. Hug the knees into the chest and widen the feet away. Deep breath here. And exhale. Tucking the chin to the chest. Letting go of all of the tension in the shoulders. Feel the back of the neck long. Deep breath here. Gently uncross the legs. Shake them out into the air like you just don't care. And bring your feet down wide. Oh, I like that. Yeah, keep going. Woo! And then bring them down wide onto the earth. And then gently rock from side to side. Like rocking. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Hugging your knees into the chest as you are ready, rocking up to sit. So we're going to keep going further into the hips. So I hope you are ready for that. And we're going to do it, I'm going to face, I think, this way. We're going to have the left leg extend and the right. So we're taking the same pose, but we're doing it in a different way now because we're going to be seated. And it's going to be half. And I'm going to do a chant, and I welcome you guys to sing in your own environments because we're going to do a chant, and it's a seven verse chant with the same lines the whole time, and we're just changing the lines from sister, brother, mother, father. And my girlfriend Hannah, who's a song keeper, she taught me this song, by the way, just honoring her. Sister, brother, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, and then children. And it's a song, a prayer for grounding It was taught to me as a song of initiation. And the words are very simple. So since we're going to repeat it so much, you'll hear it. It's just deep into the earth I go, deep into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sister, hold my hand. That's it. So I think this is good for working with the hips because it's a lot of emotional release, and I want you guys to bring your prayers and your intentions into the earth, into whatever you're wanting to cultivate and create, but like really use this time as a time of prayer and using your body to pray and intention, because that's what this portion is for. The whole class really is for that, but you know what I'm saying. This is the time for this. So feel your hands on your hips. And feel the squareness of your hips with the right leg crossed over. The knees are stacked, right? So as we go into the full Gomukhasana, your right hip's going to want to pop up on this side. Don't let it. Allow it to still ground down. Ground down the fingertips into the earth. Inhale, lengthen the body so the spine is long. And then exhale, fold a little bit, and you'll feel this hamstring stretch on the left leg. You'll feel the whole left side turn on. And then deep inhale, extend, and then exhale. If you can, bow your heart to your chest without rounding the shoulders a ton. If that's hard for you, you don't have to go as deep. You can just bring your right hip back so that you're in alignment, and then inhale, long, and then exhale, bow. And you don't have to go as deep, just go to where your stretch is. And then from here, we're going to start to sing, and you guys can just follow along with me. I know some of you love singing, so you'll like this. Deep into the earth I go, deep into the earth I know, deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. Hold my hand, sister. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, sister. Hold my hand. Slowly walk up and bring your left leg now, your left leg. Your left foot's going to cross right under the hip. So bend the knee and it's going to stack right underneath. So this is familiar, right? But we did it on our back, so now there's more weight. Ground down the right hip. Good. Deep breath, inhale, long spine, same posture, like that length, that length, that length. This is going to be, it's going to be a little intense. It's going to be amazing. I'm doing it with you, so we're all good. Deep breath, inhale. Deep into the earth I go. Crawl your hands forward. Deep into the earth I know. Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. Hold my hand, brother. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, brother. Hold my hand. We're going to stay here. Deep into the earth I go. Crawl your hands forward if you can. Deep into the earth I know. Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. This one's to Mother. Hold my hand, Mother. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, Mother. yourself up gently. Deep in to the earth I go. Come out slow. Deep into the earth I know. Unwind and windshield wipe. Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. Father, hold my hand. Father. Is it right leg out now, left leg on top? Hold my hand. Gently walk yourself forward. Hold my hand, Father. Hold my hand. Deep into the earth we go. Deep into the earth we know. Deep into the earth we go. Deep into the earth we know. Hold my hand, grandmother. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, grandmother. Hold my hand. Walk yourself up, bend your leg, and bring your right foot underneath your hip. Ground yourself down. Anchor down that left hip. Anchor up in the spine. Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. Slowly walking forward. Deep into the earth I go. Deep into the earth I know. Hold my hand, grandfather. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, grandfather. Hold my hand. Stay here. Deep into the earth we go. Deep into the earth we know. Deep into the earth we go. Deep into the earth we know. Hold my hand, children. Hold my hand. Hold my hand, sweet children. Hold my hand. Deep into the earth we go. Deep breath here. Exhale. Imagine yourself leaving all that does not serve you, any pain, anything, any circumstance, into the earth. Your prayers being received by the Great Mother, allowing all of that to exit your blood, your bone, your being, your psyche, your mental body, all the weight that you have been carrying into the earth. She willingly receives it. She willingly takes it from us, holds it for us. It is not ours to carry. Deep breath here, allowing ourselves to roll and rock back, unwind, and windshield wipe the legs, feet wide to the mat, back and forth, and back and forth. Just pausing here. And just noticing the difference, bringing your feet into a butterfly posture. Opening the hips here. So internal to external. And allowing yourself just to melt your heart forward, just to melt, and even rounding the spine and just softening and bowing. Bowing to the process, to the energy, to the shedding that is so important. It's so important. It's such a necessary cycle. It's like as we in the Northern Hemisphere are going through winter at this time, it's such a necessary time of moving inward so that we can bloom once again, so that we can go outward. And balancing with the yoga of inner and outer is so, so important. The yoga of the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. Continue to breathe. I invite you to imagine as if I were behind you, in the back of your body, in the back of your heart, blowing, cleansing, softening the shoulders even more, drawing them away from the ears. Breathing, melting the hips, melting your heart, softening a bit further. Deep breath here. And really seeing what you can let go of. Like take a circumstance in your life right now. Imagine something that you're holding on to or have been holding on to. And then just with this next exhale, like just release it into the earth. Like, even like a lion's breath. So inhale. And then exhale like, We're going to do that one more time for those in the back who didn't get it. Deep breath in and then extend the tongue and make a sound like ha. It doesn't have to be pretty. Deep breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Good. Ah, oof. Got chills from that. Okay. So now we're going to come into a little lunge sequence that's going to bring us into pigeon. And then we'll be moving into more stillness. We're going to be moving into more stillness with these postures too, more room for silence. So in order to come into a lunge, like a really good lunge, let's start in a table. So as we're here in table, hips over knees, shoulders over wrists, bring the right foot in between the hands. So the right ankle and the right wrist are right in alignment. And then hug this is like kind of an interesting movement, but hug the right hip. So you can bring your right hand to your right hip just to feel it. And then pull it back. So now you should feel the back of the leg turn on. You're going to want to keep that as you lunge. And then bring your ball of the left foot, curl it under, and then lift the knee up. So now we're in a really long lunge. We're going to move a little bit here. So we're going to rock back and forth from that. And we're going to keep the right hip pulled back. You can bring your hands down, back onto either side of your foot. So your base of the body is really stable. And then see if you can scooch, technical scooch term, your left foot back a little bit more, and then bring your left knee back down to the earth. And if it's uncomfortable on your knee, you can use a blanket. Aline's got a blanket, that's great. And then keep rocking that right hip back. And this is your high lunge pose. So this is where you're gonna hang out for a moment and just be. If this is hard on the body, you can come up onto the fingertips and then allow your shoulders to come back. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful, Andres. And then roll the heart forward. Good. Awesome. And so this is your pose. Again, it's all about the heart. And we're just going to breathe here. Long, slow, and deep. And we're going to do a couple of different kinds of lunges. So we're not going to stay as long as we did in the other poses, but we're just going to breathe. And I want you to, in this next series of postures, feel the energy. See if you can bring your awareness to your breath, and then simultaneously bring your breath to your hip. So where the tension is in your body, see if you can circulate energetically that tension in your body as you circulate the breath in your being. So as we inhale, see if you can move and circulate the tension in your hips, and then exhale and allow really that tension to soften. So deep breath here, and then circulate the energy. We're going to take 2 more breaths right here. Deep breath. One last one. And then we're going to move the right arm onto the inside of the right foot. And the right foot's going to come wide onto the mat. But we're going to stay with the knee hugged into the shoulder. Again, that right hip, bring it back in alignment. Bring the heart forward. Spider up onto the fingertips if it helps. And then the heart comes forward again. Deep breath here. Few breaths right where you are. Now in this one, you'll feel more of the left hip flexor as it's pointed towards the mat, the inner groin of the left leg. You should feel that. And then soften the heart, open the heart. Good, yes, good adjustments, you guys. Beautiful, deep breath here. And see, even though this is more active, where you can let go of any gripping or tension that you're holding on to. And if it's in your practice, you can totally come onto the elbows, but you do not have to. You can bring a block under your elbows and do that if that feels good. But you can also just allow yourself to stay high. And a few more breaths. We'll take 3 conscious breaths together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. If you're on your elbows, come back to your hands. If you've never done this before and you feel like it's going to tweak out your back or something, then don't do this next pose. But for those of you who can, and you can experiment even if it's your first time, you're going to open the knee wide, meaning the back of the, meaning the ball of the right foot is going to spin up off the mat. So the knife edge of the foot, of the pinky side is on, like the blade of the foot is on the mat, but the foot's like, I don't know, perpendicular to the mat, if that makes sense. Hopefully you can see. And the knee is out. Good. So this is a winged dragon. So if we were in dragon pose now we've opened our wing. If you want to take it further, you can just stay here and be like, whoo, I'm open in my hips now. If you want to take it further, you can bend the back, the left leg. Open the right arm. Take a deep breath in, open and extend your arm, and then grab the back foot. So your heart is then open. And if you can't grab the back foot, that's okay. Grab the back ankle. Great job. Yes. Deep breath. Beautiful. And then opening, and it's a twist. Awesome, you guys. Deep breath here. And now in this one, you can drop a little bit more into those hips, really opening the knee all the way. And then exhale, bring the arm back, bring the leg down. And then half Hanuman Asana, just allow your right foot to flex back and stretch the back of that right hamstring. Good. We're almost done on this side, but the final pose is pigeon. So come back into the lunge. Walk the right foot over to the left. So your right foot, so we're back in a lunge. Let's all get back to the lunge. Good. And then walk your right foot, wiggle it all the way so it's right in line with your left wrist. And then slide the right knee down. And then curl the back toes under. And this is pigeon pose. Are we good? Is everybody good? Give me a thumbs up if we're good, if I need to describe it. Okay, beautiful. Awesome. Again, hug the right hip back. You can use that in all of these postures. Deep breath, inhale. And then exhale, crawl the hands forward and surrender down. And I'm going to use this space just for stillness. So just allowing yourself to soften. Heart, hips, mind. And just for a few more breaths, allowing yourself to circulate the energy, the breath, the tension, melting the heart, energy in the jaw, tension in the neck, all into the earth. And just allowing yourself space to breathe. Time does the work for us. And so it allows us to soften when we surrender to it. Just like anything, when we surrender to it, it moves through us in a way that we could not have cultivated on our own. And this is grace. Grace, the winds of grace are always blowing, but we must raise the sail. We must allow ourselves to be lifted. And sometimes that takes surrendering control. Pigeon pose is one of the best poses. It teaches us that. It's like just soften. Even though it's strenuous, it's like just let go. So now, mindfully, slowly, let's walk our hands back up, pressing the hands into the earth. And I'm a big fan of shaking the leg, so you can allow your leg to just stretch back, maybe do a little calf stretch, press the ball of the feet into the mat, or the right foot into the earth, and then stretch. You can do a nice, like, kind of fire hydrant Pilates move and open the hip. Beautiful. And we have our second side for the lunges. You might want to move around a little bit. So you can also do a little dancing lion, like where you're just like coming forward and back and rocking. And then as you're ready, coming back into tabletop, bringing the left leg, left foot right by the left foot by the left wrist. And hands are on either side of the left foot. Spider the fingertips down into the earth. And then we're going to curl the back toes up and scooch back that back leg. So we're in a long lunge. And we start by allowing our hips to rock and kind of guide us. Like ask the body, ask the hips. Feel what wants to be felt in this body at this moment. And then pause, come back to center, draw that knee back down to the earth. And remember, you can bring your left hand to the left hip and just pull your hip back, your heart forward, hands on either side to start. And allow yourself to soften here. Try not to dump into the back so much. You really want to keep your weight on the front foot and equal on the back knee. And use those hands to support you. And now deep breathing here, long, slow, rich, deep breaths. Remember that heart forward and the spidering up on the hands really takes a lot of the pressure off. Yeah, beautiful. Good. Softening the back of the body, the thoracic spine, right behind the heart. Deep breath here. Two more breaths. Inhale. Good. One more. And then when you're ready, bring the left arm on the inside and the left foot to the outside edge of the mat. Pause here. We're going to hug the left knee in towards the shoulder. Good. On an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, rock that right hip forward and pull the left hip back. Deep breath here. Know that you're doing it right if you feel that your right hip flexor is opening towards the ground. There's an extension in your heart and you're feeling the posture inside of the body. You're feeling the inside of your body opening and softening. If it feels good to you, you can drop onto your elbows. If that's a little too much, that's okay. Your body might not be the same today as it was some other time. That's okay too. I know I'm dealing with that right now. I want to come to my elbows, but I'm just going to bend them slightly because that's what feels comfortable at this moment. No judgment. No judgment of the body, just being with what's present, what's here. And breathing. Long, slow, deep breaths. And if you're on your elbows, you can come back up. We're going to come into winged dragon again. So that means the big toe is going to lift up off the earth, but the pinky stays down. My left knee goes out to my left, so I'm wide, wide, wide open. If you want, you can bend your right leg, lift the left hand, reach around and catch the foot. If it doesn't catch, don't worry about it again, no judgment. Then deep breath, inhale and rotate the ribs up towards the sky. So you're grounding down through the right hand, rotating the rib cage up towards the sky, grabbing that back foot, and then feeling the long line of energy stretching you open between the hips. Deep breath here. Exhale, twist a bit more. And then inhale, let go of the hand with the foot, bring it back, circle around, and bring your leg. Well, I think we did a hamstring stretch here actually. So hamstring stretch first. Getting out of that hip for a moment. Feeling that again, one side a little bit different than the other. Be good to yourself. So if it's a little intense, you can do less. You're totally welcome to do less if it's too intense. Come back into the lunge and then come over to pigeon. So your left foot walks over to your right wrist and then slide the left knee down the left hand, the left arm. And so your front leg is at a diagonal. Curl the back toes under and lengthen and scooch and wiggle that back leg long like it's a cobra tail. And then inhale, roll the shoulders back, heart forward. Exhale, crawl the body forward and come down to pigeon. Again, silencio, silence. If this is too hard on your knee, you can come back into sleeping pigeon. I should have said that in the beginning. But if this is good, I want you to imagine my hands, again, behind your sacrum. And I want your sacrum to be square so that I'd be pressing down more on the right side. So the right side comes down, and that allows the left side to widen and open. So deep breath here. And then exhale, pushing your hips down more, flattening you. Your whole, like obliterated, like your whole heart open onto the earth. Pouring your energy down, down, deep into the earth. And pausing here just for a few breaths. Every war and every conflict between human beings has happened because of some disagreement about names. It's such an unnecessary foolishness because just beyond the arguing, there is a long table of companionship set and waiting for us to sit down. What is praised is one, so the praise is one too. Many jugs being poured into a huge basin. All religions, all this singing, one song. The differences are just illusion and vanity. Sunlight looks a little different on this wall than it does on that wall, and a lot different on this other one. But it is still the same light. We have borrowed these clothes, these time-space personalities, from a light, and when we praise, we are pouring them back in. That was from Rumi. Gently allow yourself to walk your hands up, slowly, when you're ready. And as you walk your hands up, same kind of stretches. You can rotate and rock. You can wiggle and shake. Just allow yourself to come back onto your back. And allow yourself to take what side twists feel really good to you. So we're going to take a couple spinal twists for our closing postures. So as you're ready, come back to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe hug the right leg in, left leg goes out, and then twist right leg over left side. Shoulder blades on the earth. Allow your head to face whatever direction feels the best for you at this moment. Deep breathing here. Excuse me. I drank water and totally choked. It's okay. I'll have to edit that out in the recording. Other side, roll back to center. Hug in your left leg, rock it and twist. Beautiful. Choking happens, right? All these things happen. How much do we allow that human happening? Sometimes it can be challenging to allow for a human happening. But ultimately, when we do, it's like the most freeing bliss. It's beautiful. And so coming back into a comfortable position on your backs. If you have pillows or blankets and you want to prop yourself up, put a bolster under your legs, I invite you to do so. And then take the last few minutes to just allow you to be restful in your Shavasana. So really allow yourself to just melt, be held by the space. Beautiful. Be warm. Good. Yeah. Andres, if you'd like, you can open your knees so they're wide. Yeah, and come into a butterfly. Beautiful. If you'd like, you guys can all bring your hands to your bellies or one hand to your heart if that feels good. If your arms are happy by your sides, you can leave them where they are. Take a few deep breaths here and just allow yourself to be held. Gently allow yourself to breathe life back into the body. Wiggling the fingers and the toes. Allowing the arms to come over the head and getting a good stretch, reawakening the soul into the body. And as you are ready, if you feel called, if you want to stay, you can stay for as long as you want. But if you'd like to end the class together, you can come up to sitting in a cross-legged position. If you'd like to stay, you totally can stay laying down for as long as feels good to you. Yeah, beautiful. Deep breath here. And let go. Really recognizing the benefits of yoga practice, of ritual-based practices. Feeling the tension in your jaw maybe is no longer there as much as it was when we started. Maybe the third eye focusing inward a little bit more. Feeling balance on both sides of the body. It has been an honor to serve you. Thank you for joining me in this temple space today. The light in me honors, acknowledges, respects, exalts the light in each of every one of you. Thank you for your presence, for your commitment to your own practice to serve this world into peace. Aho, namaste. And so it is, in love, light, and warrior spirit. I'm Michelle Infinity, Michelle Coutinho. I love each and every one of you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do just want to share, I am doing a special for my coaching work. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can reach out to me and let me know if you made it to this. Just let me know through a message, and I will share my offer with you there.